The heyday, so to speak, of serial murder was in the 70s and 80s. We had far more serial killers back then than we do now. And evidence of that is the fact that when we see documentaries and movies about serial killers, they focus on Bundy and Gacy and the legacy killers of the past. There's really no high profile.
Okay, John, go ahead. What I tell you is what I know is fact.
I'm a power person. I enjoy power. Nobody else had the guts to pull off what I pulled off. I outsmarted you again.
Police today found 6 more bodies
under the home of suspected killer John Gacy.
Well, you can be walking down the street, and if Gacy lay eyes on you, you have now become his next victim.
I know society will never be able to forgive me. I know the families of the victims will never be able to forgive me for what I have done. Your Honor, it is over now.
Welcome all you true crime lovers. Sit back, grab that blanket and hot beverage, and prepare for another Saturday night of The Murder Show, whose mind and story will be dive into tonight. Now for your host, Tim, and alongside him, his co-host, Criminology, Chris, and Classroom Jackie.
Whoa. That's right. That's how you do that shit right there. Boo. Welcome, everybody. This is it. We are fucking back for season 2. It is after the first of the year. Holy shit balls. That's a new one I came up with. Well, it's not really new. It's old, but I don't give a shit. It's new to me. Welcome. I, as always, am your host, Tim. That's right. And, wait. Can't help it. Got such a large crowd outside. Alongside of me, as always, is my co-host, Criminology, Chris.
Good evening, everybody. It's nice having that studio audience.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is. And alongside of Chris is our director of our social media platforms, Classroom Jackie.
Hey, guys.
Settle down, audience, all right?
I thought it was the studio audience.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a studio audience that's outside the door there.
They're hooping and hollering.
What's going on, Raptor Jesus? Lackadaisy, welcome back. Thank you. We are excited to be back. Season 2, right here on The Murder Show.
Better than ever with new things.
Yeah, new things. And we have, man, I got some news. We got some shit to discuss here. Because I am never prepared. And let me see here, because I have Unsafe Snuggie. Welcome in. Give me 1 second here, because I'm never ready. Oh yeah. So don't forget our sponsors here. We have a new sponsor now. We are now sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks, which is fantastic. That's Dubby, and you go to dubby.gg. So it's dubby.gg, and it's great. They have energy products. We have some being shipped here that we will be trying.
I have a s'mores one that you mix with milk, and everybody says it tastes just like a s'more. And
yeah, they have some good stuff. So we are getting some samples sent, and we're going to be trying it, and we'll try it here on the show. And if you go to their website, anything that you purchase, put in promo code MurderShow66, and you will get 10% off any of your purchase there. So it's fantastic. Check them out. That is Dubby Energy, and it is dubby.gg, dubby.gg. And of course, our sponsor we had from last season, Crafty Corner by Laura, all handmade crochet items, jewelry, plushies, and more. Check them out on Instagram at Crafty Corner by Laura, and on Etsy. You can also email them at thecraftycornercrochet@gmail.com. And we have some of the crochet products. We have a dead possum over here hanging off of the the girl in the swing back there.
I have the living one at home.
Yes. So here we go. And we are ready to fire in the hole here. So after that exciting news, tonight's episode, a lot of people, it's trending right now, and a lot of people are getting excited about it. And it's sad. It's, absolute sad story. But we're covering the Chris Watts case. So, yeah, it's not much of a childhood. It's going to be a little bit of a different twist here. Not a serial killer per se, but that's okay. We are the murder show, so we do cover murder topics too as well. But Chris Watts is a big trending topic right now, which is crazy. A lot of you probably know the story because it happened in 2018,
Yeah, I did.
and it's sad. It is a really really sad story. Anyway, sit back, grab your favorite beverage and blanket and get by the fire or whatever. Or if you're somewhere where it's warm, I don't know, go outside and do jumping jacks in your yard or some shit. I don't know. Just make sure
Take
you
a
have the
run
show.
while
Just make sure you have the show playing. Yeah. So we are going to go ahead and Classroom Jackie's going to start things off and get it going for us here on the Chris Watts case.
Now, to say the amount of time I put into this research is ridiculous. I think I lived and breathed it the last 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get her
Chris
attention.
Chris had to deal with it. Chris is married to her and he had to deal with it. So
It's a very sad, messed up case, but the information is endless, really. Even though he killed his family, the amount of information, the amount from his family, the timelines available, everything like that, you can really dig and go down a giant rabbit hole.
oh,
So,
I'm sure.
with that being said, I took some time and I wrote something up to start out the episode today.
Okay. Have at it.
In the early morning hours of August 13th, 2018, 1:48 a.m. to be exact, Nicole Atkinson dropped her best friend, 34-year-old Shanann Watts, off at home after both of them had just returned from a 2-day Thrive convention in Arizona. After waiting to make sure Shanann got inside safely, Nicole headed home, not knowing it would be the last time she would see her friend alive. Nicole had a feeling something was wrong the next morning, and what followed was her friend Shanann, along with her children, being reported missing almost 12 hours later. Shortly thereafter came the discovery of an absolutely heartbreaking multiple homicide and the arrest of Shanann's husband, who Shanann had just referred to as her rock 3 months prior to her murder. But to know how we got here, we need to go back a few years. Shanann and Chris met through Facebook after a mutual friend had suggested she add him as a friend. Eventually, she did, thinking that they would never meet as they were living in different parts of North Carolina. After having, and she had also just been diagnosed with lupus. She went from being a very happy, thriving, wonderful, energetic human being to tired and lethargic and not feeling good all the time and getting diagnosed with that. She also was going through a divorce as well. Eventually, one thing led to another, and they married in 2012 and moved to Colorado, hoping that the environment and drier air would help with Shanann's lupus symptoms. By December of 2013, they were welcoming their first child, Bella, and 2 years later, Celeste, who they fondly called Cece. They said that Bella was the relaxed, calm, smart one, and Cece was just chaos. She was always go. She had two speeds, sleep and gone. But it's adorable. It's
That's a lot of
adorable.
kids, you know?
One's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all
Yeah.
the people out there that have like 4 of these things,
Well,
I mean, I give it up to you.
well, I just
That's
meant
just
like a lot of kids are like that with the two speeds or
well,
whatever.
that too. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. While everything seemed perfect on the outside, that wasn't the case. There were marital issues, and they ended up filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2015. Fast forward 3 years later, and things seem perfect again. So perfect, in fact, that they start trying, oh my goodness gracious, trying for a third child. By June 5th of 2018, Shanann told Chris that she was pregnant with their third baby. She wore a shirt that said, "Oops, we did it again." He genuinely seemed happy and really excited about this.
That shirt made by Britney Spears or
That was the song that was
anybody
made.
get that?
Yeah.
I don't know if hey, I try to throw in zingers every once in a while.
While seeming happy on the outside and generally excited, that wasn't the case. On June 14th, Chris added a new contact in his phone for a coworker, Nicole Kessinger. She would later become his mistress.
She looked like his sister.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we were watching a documentary on that last night, and I'm sorry, but that woman looked like she could be his sister.
I agree.
Like, it's just, I'm just like, come on,
They
man.
just say, man, what do you?
I mean, first of all, you're a piece of shit,
Yeah.
but with somebody that looks like your sister, sorry.
Well, so around that time, he also started taking better care of himself and had been losing weight prior to the contact, but spent all his time working out, running, and things like that. He also worked in an oil field, so he's gotta be physically fit to do some of that labor.
Yeah, I think he was an operator or something like that. So chances are he probably, I don't know, if he's an operator, he's probably sitting on his keister most of the day,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And in that case, like, I've been in those sort of roles too, sitting on your butt all day. You got to do something, but coming out of nowhere and just starting to work out, a few
It would
hours a
raise
day is,
flags. They'd be like,
yeah. Like, what got into you?
I
"Yeah,
work
right?"
out.
Why I
It
just
just keeps me thinking of
was,
that song. I hey, I've tried some memberships at gyms, and they usually last me signing up. And the last one I did last year, I signed up, and yeah, that was it.
that's like a donation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I went there to get a tour, and the guy goes, "Well, you can sign in now if you're going to work out now." And I looked at him, and I was like,
Nah.
"No." I just came to kind of see what the building looked like.
I don't want you to
It's,
acknowledge the
it's
fact that
got
I'm here right now.
it's got four
Yeah.
walls, you know.
I wanna sneak in here and just not be supervised. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
I know they got to make you feel out of like awkward because they're like, "You want to clock in? You ready to work
Yeah, we're
out?"
gonna
And
get you a
I'm,
personal trainer, man. I'm like, "No, no."
yeah, no.
Yeah. I bet I'm just
There you go. Use the hot tub once. Man, that's a nice gym if they got a hot tub.
oh,
I was subscribed, what's it? Planet, Fitness.
I
They don't
have
have no
that.
hot tubs or whatever
No, but
there,
they
but
have an awesome, like, spa thingy that you can lay on. It's a water bed, like a hydrojet bed, and it's fantastic.
that'd be pretty nice. Place I used to go had a pool, a hot tub, a steam room, and all that stuff.
oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it was great,
Wow.
and, it closed, so there goes my,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I just didn't know they had hot tubs in some of them. That's pretty cool.
not a Planet Fitness. It's like an athletic club.
Alright, sorry, we're done
Off
with the
topic.
No,
yeah.
you're good. I was trying to
New
find
Year's Eve, body improvement talk
Yeah,
on the
right?
show.
Well, we all make resolutions every year, and, I don't stick to
you
them.
know,
I didn't even do any this year
in
because
some cultures, it's actually against their religion or their beliefs to make a resolution in the middle of winter when it's dead. They won't do it until the spring equinox when
Well,
things are coming alive.
I just recently learned that you're not supposed to clean the day after.
No, you're not, or do
It's
yeah,
laundry.
bad luck or
I didn't
any of
It's
hear that
that.
it's
either.
to it'll wash away your luck or it can wash away a love. So you're not
I
supposed to
was
do
I was
anything.
gonna clean, and then when I had heard that, I'm like, "No, no.
Yeah,
That's just a reason I don't need to
yeah,
clean
good
now
reason.
and do any laundry or nothing." So, anyways, yeah, Mr. Chris Watts here. So he started to have an affair
He did.
with his sister. Well, no, I'm just kidding. Somebody that looked like
So
it's could be. Go ahead.
so later on in June, which was Father's Day, Shanann posted a Father's Day nod to him. Just a really nice, sweet thing. And it was a song that Bella had sang about him, saying that her daddy was her hero, and I actually have the lyrics to it. I don't wanna play the song of her singing 'cause it makes me sad.
Yeah.
But the lyrics go, "My daddy is a hero. He helps me grow up strong. He helps me snuggle too. He reads me books. He ties my shoes. You're a hero through and through. Daddy, daddy, I love you."
Yeah, I don't after you hear something like that, I don't understand how he could do what he did. I mean, your kid's telling you that you're their hero.
Mhm.
I don't know. We talked about it yesterday, and, yeah, I don't know. I you don't have a,
You don't
conscience.
have a soul.
No, no,
You don't
got
have a soul.
nothing. So,
That's
anyways.
unfortunately, that same day, um, Chris Watts tells Kessinger that he is going through a divorce and separated, but he is still married with children. But he's separating.
Oh, well, yeah. Famous line people have used as we've seen doing a lot of these different cases where they have affairs and stuff. It's like the famous line, "We're going through separation."
Yeah.
And then the
Right?
separation ends up lasting about 20 years.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, forever.
Oops, we didn't do that. Didn't do that. Around the same time in June, um sorry, my ear itched. Shanann and the girls head to North Carolina with her family to spend a 5-week vacation down there. So she and Chris are spending time apart, but it's to go on vacation. Chris has Nicole come over within, I believe it was, yeah, the 4th of July. So Shanann left on the 27th. On July 4th, Chris had Nicole over to set up a diet and weight exercise plan and to see how to set up the weight room correctly for proper usage.
Proper. Help me set up my weight room.
Yeah,
I think this is disorganized. I need more feng shui.
yeah, is there a proper way to set up the weight room? I mean, just throw some workout equipment in there and get a stereo,
Yeah.
call it a day. I don't know, maybe you got I don't
No,
anyways.
he said nothing happened at this time. She just came over to help set up goals, things like that, just as a friend. 3 days later, the very first phone call between Nicole and Chris is logged on his cell phone.
Okay.
So they actually looked through all of this.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
On the 10th, there is a text between Chris and Shanann while she is in North Carolina saying that
Oh, you're fine. What's that? Awkward
save
pause.
I guess I didn't save it last.
That's alright. Shit happens, you know?
Yeah.
But there was a text between Chris and Shanann saying about, "You would think you would miss me. Why aren't you being affectionate? Blah, 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 blah." Him pretty much replying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Work's been crazy. I've been sleeping. I've been doing this," giving all sorts of excuses. And then when she calls him out for not missing, he goes, "You won't feel like that. It's not going to be like that. I miss you, beautiful." All of those things, but not being loving and caring towards her, just making excuses.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, that's what he's doing.
4 days later, Nicole and Chris go on a date to a car museum. Shanann made 4 calls. All of them went unanswered. She was trying to get him to FaceTime his girl and talk to the kid, and he absolutely refused and said that he would go home and just pass out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Of course, right? Yeah, go home and pass out. You're passing out, but you're passing out somewhere else. See, you knew it. You were thinking, uh-huh.
Nicole started sending Chris semi-nude. So she wouldn't send him full nude, but semi-nude. At what point did you say, "Hey, I can't do this," and just tell your wife? Like, "Hey, I know you're
Yeah,
down here, but I can't do this anymore."
yeah, yeah. It's almost like, I don't think he really f I don't think he felt guilty, but I think he was doing the whole lovey-dovey stuff when she was starting to catch on and kinda starting to call him out on his bullshit, you know? So it's like, "Oh, well." "No, you're beautiful and I do care, blah, blah, blah," to kinda buy himself a little bit more time per se,
Yeah.
but
Um, so she's sending them pictures, he's saving them. By the 28th, Chris and Nicole go and visit the Great Sands Dunes National Park, and spend the day surfing down the dunes, hanging out, having a picnic, and end up spending the night together at a campground nearby. That's the first time that's noted that they've spent time
Yeah.
away. Chris ends up leaving Nicole a love letter and then heads out to join Shanann and the girls in North Carolina to spend time with the family, to join them for the vacation.
Mhm.
The card contains 6 different lyrics to the song "Down to Earth" by Through the Roots. He said that was Nicole's favorite song, and he wanted to put lyrics in it for her. I didn't get a chance to listen to the song, I wanted to, but some of the lyrics look really stupid from what I saw in the pictures.
Well, judging by the letters he ended up writing out of prison later down the road, I can't imagine that they were really all that,
Yeah.
you know,
Were they
probably academically challenged.
were they were they, BTK style?
On the 31st, he makes it down to North Carolina, but there's no happy reunion. There's no kiss, there's no hug. He looks like he is distracted and doesn't even wanna be down there. You When we watched it, you saw how he ran to the girls and was, like, not even looking at them, just looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. Shanann sends a text to one of her friends saying that he hasn't shown any signs of missing her. They haven't kissed, they haven't touched, they haven't hugged. It just doesn't seem like him and he's cold. Her friend responded that it wasn't like him and he'd probably bounce back once they got back and just be himself again. So she tried to be like, "Oh, no, it's fine. It's gonna be fine," not knowing that everything was going on.
Yeah.
On the 4th, Nicole Kessinger spent 2 plus hours browsing for wedding dresses online. That's his mistress.
Yeah, right. I do that on the random Saturday, you know.
When the relationship she's
You shopping
in
for wedding dresses,
Yeah,
man? Anything you wanna get
just
out there,
happens.
or what size are you?
Shameful.
My problem is I can't find a dress to fit, you know,
Yeah,
the upper breastage I have going on,
yeah, a lot of upper body strength over there.
decoys. Oh, sorry.
now between the 8th and 9th, Shanann is texting her friend talking about everything going on, and I have a little excerpt of what she was saying. This is from Shanann. "He refused to hold me, said he's not there, he can't. I haven't slept most of the week, my eyes burn from crying. I canceled the gender reveal. I told Nikki to tell me today. I need happy news right now. I said to him, 'How is this a few months? You were so intimate and what I thought in love when I left.' He said he had a lot of time to think. This baby in my belly deserves his full love either way. I said, 'You sat here in this living room and said you think it would be a great thing to have another baby.' We talked it out a lot beforehand and we agreed to do this. We were so excited. I grabbed his hand during the ultrasound and he didn't grab. I cringed. He rejected sex night when we arrived home. Only thing I can think of is that he's seen someone else." So she had that feeling days before she was gonna be murdered.
Yeah, you get to a point where you kinda suspect it, and you kinda can tell that your significant one is up to something not good, you know?
No, yeah, you
You
get that gut feeling.
Yeah,
A lot of times
yeah,
you start really getting that gut feeling. You might be right.
yeah, yeah, you start to look more into it, because they always say, "Trust your gut," and it's true.
I hate when I get those feelings. I'm like, "Okay, something's wrong," and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, those are rough, definitely, but it almost gives you almost like a sick to your stomach feeling.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
On the 10th, Shanann is going to Lavelle's Thrive conference, which is her business that she worked with. That was it's not an MLM, it's a like direct sales thing, which is an MLM, isn't it?
Got me.
I don't know.
what, direct sales job?
Yeah, like Lavelle, Thrive, things like those. I know she did
Uh,
that for a long time
I'm
because
not
it
familiar
helped her
with
with her
Thrive.
lupus, but it was a direct sales. I think that was like an MLM. I don't
I'll look.
remember.
I'll
Yeah.
see if I can find out something for us here.
That night, as she's texting a friend when they're leaving for Arizona, she says that they had one of the best talks yet and that he started acting like himself, but was still distant. On the 10th, Chris also tells Nicole that his divorce is finalized from Shanann.
Which it wasn't.
No, there was
No.
They
never
It
a
didn't
wasn't it
divorce.
start.
never
They
even
never even had a conversation.
yeah.
Right. Never had one. On the 11th, Chris hires a babysitter and takes Nicole on a date to a bar in Eric, Colorado. Shanann notices the charge that's more than the amount for one person's dinner after Chris had told her he went to a Colorado Rockies game and bought dinner just for himself. So she knew just by the charge on her credit card that, hey, there's something going on.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
$63 or
It
something
was
like
Yeah.
63
Yeah.
exactly.
Something that you know it's 2 people
Mhm.
eating. Unsafe Snuggie says that it's a MLM.
Yeah, that's what I thought it
So,
was. So
thank you.
thank you so much. But she did that for a living. So that was her thing. So she was all over social media posting about her life, about her kids, about her husband, everything was out there.
Yeah.
Hev On the 12th, while she's still in, Arizona or heading home, I don't know if it was on the plane or what, she wrote a speech that she had planned to give Chris when she got home, and I have that speech.
Okay.
"Can you please tell me something? Because just like you, I'm in my head. I try to fix things and make them better, and this is making me crazy. I know that you need time. I wanna give you what you're asking for and respect your space. I need some time. This place that I'm in my head, is not a good place. It is not healthy for me or Nico," which was what they were gonna name their unborn son.
Oh, okay.
She was 15 weeks pregnant at this point as well.
Oh, wow.
"I need you to help me help you. I need you to give me a little bit of what I did or didn't do, so I'm not going crazy in my head to figure it out. I know I can't fix this by myself, that we are going to have to work together." That was what was sent to Chris from her when she was heading home. Like, from her to Chris.
Oh, okay, when she was on her way back.
Mhm. So
Okay.
so she was trying to figure out what's going on and try to fix this. And try and fix everything.
Yeah, yeah, because she knew something was wrong, something was up.
Now, unfortunately, we're at that point where she's back home. In the early morning hours, 1:48 AM, Shanann arrives home. They shower, she cleans up, and he said that they had sex.
That was
13th.
on the Ring camera footage where
Yeah,
you
where
see
she's
her come home, get dropped off or whatever?
yeah, to
Yeah,
see her get in the
okay.
house. They go to sleep, they're laying in bed, XYZ. They have a fight when Chris gets up from work. He had told her that he wanted a separation, supposedly, and she had confronted him about cheating. He snaps and kills Shanann. Bella, their 4-year-old, wakes up and she asks what is wrong with mommy while he's wrapping her up and dragging her down the stairs to his work trip.
So the child is asking him, "What's wrong with mommy?" as he's dragging her down the stairs wrapped up in
Yeah,
the
he's wrapping her
bedding,
up
right?
and dragging her down the stairs. She heard the sounds of the fight, which if you see the pictures of the sheet that he used on her, there is blood on it. And the autopsy, which I found and read a little bit of, said that there was abrasions and marks to the left side of her face as well as blunt force injury.
And Bella was 4, right?
Mhm.
Just
Bella was 4.
unreal.
But
Unfreaking real.
that wasn't Bella's injuries. That was Shanann's injuries.
Yeah,
Right.
but still, oh my god, your child's looking at you and asking that as
And
your
he says that she'll be okay.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
She'll
I
be
mean, that was
alright.
what?
I don't
Wow. I try to because I don't know, I try to unpack what what was going through this guy's head, like, I don't know. Um, it's just fucking crazy,
I
man.
think anybody that's a parent can is going to have a real hard time understanding.
Yeah, yeah, I just don't get it. A Horse Gone Wild had, left a comment here. Some of them aren't showing up here on the big screen, I don't know why. She had no sperm in her, they didn't have sex, I guess.
Oh,
So they
Oh,
didn't find any sperm in her. So
okay, because I'm going off of what Chris had said in the interview for when he
oh,
was
yeah,
detained.
I'm wondering if he's probably was saying that to make it
Why she had the bruising on her neck and strangled her.
yeah, and to make it sound like, "Oh, we were still lovey-dovey, we had sex." You
right.
know, kinda like, nothing was going on. So,
Yeah, it
okay.
wasn't that bad.
Yeah, right.
5:47 AM, the neighbor next door's security footage catches Chris backing his truck up and loading a gas can at 5:47. He's also loading his wife in the back and his 2 very much alive children. He drives out to Sarah V 10, 1 Sarah V something. It was an oil site,
Yeah, an oil
Oh,
field.
where he worked at or
oil field,
whatever?
yeah, and goes out there. He smothered Cece
First
with her
off, like
blanket.
it's probably worth mentioning too that it took him an hour to get to this location.
Yeah,
Like he drove for like 45 minutes to an hour or something like that.
with his
So
dead wife and his 2 live children.
he went way out there.
So not only that, but if you think about like premeditation and crimes of passion and that kind of thing, like you had 45 minutes to understand what you were doing, driving your car out to this oil field in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it wasn't just like this all happened within 10 minutes and I was pissed and frustrated and flustered and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Like you had a 45-minute drive to think about what you were doing
yeah,
before you did it.
yeah, and I wonder, man, what I would give to have been, well, as they say, a fly on the wall
Oh,
in that
yeah.
vehicle,
Yeah.
just to know, like, I mean, because like you said, it had to have been going through his head.
Yeah.
It had to have, man. I mean,
You know it
I
did.
just don't think he was sitting there cranking music and stop and got coffee or something,
No,
it
no. It's probably conversation that probably make you want to puke.
yeah, yeah. But that's a good point, though. I hadn't thought of that, because I forgot that it was quite a drive that he had to do, so he had plenty of time to let it to sit and stew, you know,
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
still continued to as
go about it.
Jackie.
Now, I did get a chance. I looked over the autopsy reports for all of them. Bella was she was just asphyxiated. There was nothing else, no injuries, things like that. Bella fought for her damn life. There are teeth marks, there are bite marks, there are marks from her biting her tongue. There are scratches of her dad's skin underneath her nails. She fought for her damn life to not go the same way. Chris said the last words that she said to him was, "Daddy, no."
Uh-uh. Yeah, unreal.
I didn't tear up last night because I've done so much research, but now it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, if this doesn't bother you, you're made of stone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Really.
lie. This one's this one's affecting me, and I've seen a lot of shit, and
And we've read a lot that
We've read a lot, we've done a lot of cases, but this one's
yeah.
anyways, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're at 12:10, Cole Atkinson calls Chris and is like, "Hey, have you heard from Shanann?" She's been texting her all day. Shanann had an OB appointment. She had a phone call she was supposed to be on for that for a group conference. She had all sorts of things she was supposed to do and didn't say anything to anyone the whole day. Nicole then calls the police because Chris tells her, "Oh, don't worry about it. She just took the kids for a play date. We'll be home. You don't need to call the police."
Yeah, of course, right?
The police show up at 1:40 at the house after Nicole calls. She says, "There's something wrong. We haven't heard from my friend. She has 2 kids. I haven't seen her or spoke to her since I dropped her off at home at 1:48."
Wow.
After the police get permission to come inside after Chris gets home, they search the house. Nicole, and I cannot say enough about this woman, is that friend that everybody needs in their life. She is 100% the reason this case moved so fast by having a gut feeling that something was wrong with her.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she was, like, best friends with her.
She was.
Yeah.
That and then the neighbor next door having security footage
Oh, yeah.
was a
Yeah.
huge help,
When
and
they were
knowing
yeah,
how Chris acts.
when they were watching it on the, television and
He's
said
doing
that he, like, never loads his truck that way or whatever that he was
he never
doing.
pulls in the driveway, and he was putting his hands on his head, rocking, fidgety, talking. His neighbor said that he was a very quiet, still doesn't move human.
Well, you called that too, Chris, you said in the documentary
Yeah,
that his
you could
hands are
see
on
him.
his head
You could
and
yeah, you could see the signs. I mean, he just hands on his head, walking around. You could tell that he was distressed when he was talking about it, and not necessarily in a way in which he was upset about it. It was more of just a flat nervousness that he showed.
yeah.
When he was trying to speak to his neighbor, speak to police, and that kind of thing. And I gotta be honest, like, I truly believe that the police in that situation did a incredible job. I mean, not only going around posting flyers, handing flyers out, canvassing the neighborhoods. That neighborhood seemed like kind of like a tight-knit
Oh,
place
yeah.
to me,
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't like, you know
Everybody kinda knew what everybody was doing
They
Yeah,
all
in a
knew
way, you know?
they
yeah,
all knew Shanann, and they all knew the girls and Chris,
right.
just because of who they were, like, how
Yeah.
friendly and outgoing she was. During the investigation, well, while they're searching for Shanann and the girls' blankets are missing. They find the comforter and a blanket on the bed, like, on the floor next to the Chris and Shanann's bed.
Mhm.
He also finds Shanann's wedding ring on her nightstand.
Oh, yeah.
Nicole finds her phone shut off and her purse with her medication. Shanann's car is also there. Police immediately start asking Chris, "When was the last time you saw her? Do you know where she would go? Who would she
Yeah.
go to? Where would this be?" He tells them that the last time he sees them is 5:15 in the morning when he got up. That was when he the last time he saw her alive.
Yeah.
I agree that it is beyond,
Yeah.
beyond.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, their realtor, because they had been looking at moving to a new house, texted him in the middle of all of this.
Mhm.
And she notes that Shanann asked if Shanann was okay because she normally would have chimed in. He says she's missing, can't find her, blah, 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 blah. She goes, "Oh my God, I hope everything's okay." So somebody else notices that Shanann's missing.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And this guy would, you know, is crazy too is that throughout this whole entire thing, he didn't even shed one tear.
No, no,
He
the lack of compassion, I mean, speaks
yeah.
Empathy.
for is quite indicative of maybe like a sociopathic, narcissistic kind of view of
But they
the
said he
world in
wasn't.
general. Yeah, which is which is crazy to me. It seems like he's only concerned about himself. And I
Yeah.
mean, even down the
Yeah.
road, I mean, he places blame on females in his life, as opposed to taking responsibility for what happened.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just wild.
Yeah, it is. The whole thing is, yeah.
He buries Shanann in a shallow grave and drops both of those girls into the oil tanks. There's 2 there. Just for, like, a size of this thing, the top of it is 8 inches across.
Yeah,
So,
it's not very big.
for our friends across the pond, as they call it, that's 20 centimeters in diameter. Bella had a bruise on her butt cheek from getting pushed in there, and then they found blonde hair from CC on the other one. Gross.
So they had already been deceased then when he threw them in there?
Mhm. Unfortunately,
Okay.
Bella's stomach did contain some of that crude oil.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it's gross. It's gross. On the 14th, he does an interview where everybody noticed he was just standing there rocking, didn't say much, just answered some questions. And then one of the news anchors asked him if they had a fight or an argument. And he said, "No, we just had a conversation. I'm gonna leave it at that." And then looked directly at the camera and goes, "Please come home. I don't know where you are, but come home." No
Oh,
tears,
yeah.
no nothing fake either.
The
Like, he
house
didn't
isn't the
say anything.
same.
It's a
Yeah, he
ghost
said,
town.
yeah.
Ghost
Yeah,
town.
need everyone to come back. I got no empathy at all, but
Yeah.
please come home.
My 2 daughters and my soon-to-be born son and, my wife are missing, but the house isn't the same.
No.
I don't cry.
On the 15th, the FBI get involved in the case looking for Shanann and the girls. Chris is brought in. The agent who's sitting there is talking to him.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh,
Bella
That
walked up
makes
the
it
stairs
worse.
and watched him put Yeah. I
oh,
yeah, I thought I remembered something like that.
my
Yeah.
heart just broke again.
That's yeah. Anyways,
Referring to something in the chat.
yeah, we were referring to something in the chat. Horse Gone Wild had said there. His latest confession stated that Bella walked up the stairs and watched him put Cece in the tank before he killed her. Yeah, you don't I mean, beside being one of the biggest pieces of shit ever, um,
Everybody said he was the perfect guy and a loving, caring husband.
Wasn't that how it always
it,
started?
it and then
Yeah.
It just
and then I read too, one of the fans, actually, David had messaged me and said that girls are writing him letters in prison and sending him pictures of them in bikinis.
And they're
How
putting
do you
money on his
adore this?
books
Yeah, and how do you adore this fucking guy?
because from what people have said, he's just misunderstood,
No,
and because
misunderstood
they
my
think he's
ass.
hot.
You know, I usually don't get fired up, but I'm telling you right now, fuck that guy. Anyways, continue on.
There's a reason
I've
he's
had 4
not in
cups of coffee today. I'm feeling good.
fired up.
I'm fired up.
well, there's a reason he's not in General Pop
Fired.
because
He'd be dead real quick, yeah. Put him in General Pop, but anyway, fired up.
on the 15th, after the FBI joined, Chris was administered a polygraph test. The Asian who did it was a lady, I don't remember her name, but she was the one who talked to him beforehand and was like, "Look, like, right now, only one of us knows the answer, and I'm going to in 5 minutes.
You know,
I'm gonna know this answer."
that he subjected himself to that poly. And then after she
Yeah,
flat out told him, sitting
Like, "I know
face
you
to
did
face,
this."
like, I mean, before it even took place, she's like, "Well, you wouldn't be doing this if you were guilty because it would be just the dumbest damn thing that anybody could possibly do if you were to do this." I mean, he must have been confident that he was gonna pass it
yeah,
or he had something to explain it away or something, but
yeah.
I can't understand taking.
Well, wait until you hear what he said to explain this away
Oh, God.
before he actually confesses to it all,
Yeah.
because it'll make you even pissed off, more pissed off.
Good thing I've had 4 cups of
But
coffee.
Yeah,
he
just drink the
did
rest of that there.
before he Before he did the polygraph, he had talked to the police the day before and admitted to having an affair with Nicole, but that was the only thing he admitted to. Nicole, being the better person, called the week before and had said, "Hey," not the week before, the day, like, before he confessed that, "Hey, we've been having an affair and here's what's going on." She told the police everything between
Well,
them.
I mean, if you were her, you would certainly, I would, if I were her, like, be afraid that stuff would start getting pointed at you, right?
Yep,
Mhm.
that you were involved
Oh
in
yeah, you're
a,
responsible. Of
what's it,
course.
um, accomplice,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know? Yeah, so she's like, "To hell with this.
yeah.
I'm getting myself out of this
Raise a
real
flag,
quick,"
right?
Right?
you
Yeah.
know?
So, he goes in and takes this polygraph test and fails. I mean, epically fails. And she looks at him and says, "Chris, you failed. What what do you need to tell us?" He asked to talk to his dad, and he talks to his dad and tells him that he killed Shanann after Shanann killed the girls because he asked for a separation. And she said he would never see the children.
Blame it on her. Come on. That lady loved those kids to death. She's not gonna kill them.
She would do anything for those children.
Oh,
She
yeah.
wanted to give them the world. The world. And
That
she did that.
that just doesn't even make any sense, that whole story too. You wanna get a divorce, said you'd never see the kids,
Yeah.
so she kills the kids, like, that doesn't even make any sense. You know, like that come on, man.
Well, you've seen things like that happen in a divorce before, but I mean, just out of nowhere,
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh, you don't want to be with." You don't go right to, "Hey, taking the lives of kids." Like,
yeah.
that's not what you jump to.
What do they have to do with the divorce? I
I
mean,
mean,
they're a part of that, yes, but I mean, like,
you're much
why
more
would
likely to make a
y
sandwich than
y
you are to,
yeah,
go
yeah,
down.
yeah, right? Yeah, coward is right, Daisy.
So after failing the polygraph, he and confessing to his dad, the agents come back in, and we asked this. She's rubbing his back like like a comforting thing because he had been crying to his dad.
I think a lot of people that are actually in charge of interrogations and things like that are trained to be non-biased and to be that way in order to bring out further information.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, then it doesn't typically uh, help your case. So
Um, they wanna comfort him as much as they can. Notice how a lot of them will get him something to eat, cigarettes if they want, if they smoke, something to drink. They'll go out and, "Hey, what do you want, man? You want some pizza? You want some fast food?" You know?
Oh
right,
yeah, to get him to confess
Sugar
and
him up a little
everything.
bit, yeah, as far as like, "Yeah, come on, kick back, relax, we're buddies."
They come back in and they talk to him, and her name was Tracy, I believe.
yeah,
I think her name was Tracy. I believe it really was.
I don't know.
Um,
Anyway,
Comes back in and asks him, did something happen to Shanann? And he tells them the same thing he told his dad. When asked where they were, they pulled out a aerial picture of the oil field where he had worked. He marked where Shanann was buried and the 2 tanks the girls were in. They arrived at that field on August 16th at 11 PM. There is 3 different time of deaths for all 3 of them. The earliest one was, I believe it was 2:40 for Shanann, 3:40 for Cece, and 5:40 for Bella.
All in the morning.
At night the next day, because it took so long for them to get them out of there.
Oh, okay,
The
gotcha. When you found them, yeah, when they found them, okay.
On August 21st, Chris was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, including an additional 1 count per child cited as death of a child who had not yet attained 12 years of age and the defendant was in a position of trust, as well as an unlawful termination of pregnancy and 3 counts of tampering with a deceased human body. By the day of the arrest, he had been fired from his job and was denied bail for his
yeah,
first hearing. On the 29th, the authorities released the surveillance videos that showed everything going on with the backing up.
Mm-hmm.
On the 6th, he took a plea deal of the death penalty to have the death penalty taken off, as the family didn't want any more deaths going on. So he took a plea deal of life in prison without the possibility of parole. That is 5 life sentences, 3 consecutive and 2 concurrent without parole. With an additional 48 years for the termination of Nico and 36 years for 3 charges of tampering with deceased body. On the 3rd, he was moved to a different location for security concerns. So, in December 3rd, he was moved to a new place. But he is still in jail. He is still rotting there. I believe he is in
Good.
solitary confinement or in his own cell or something like that. But he's not in general prep because he's still alive.
Jeez.
And if he dies, we did not mention that. That's not why he died.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not saying put him in general pop.
Yeah.
Don't do that. We know it's
um,
fucked up, but don't get a life sentence.
it's just unreal. I mean, there's just a lot of
Aw.
horse gone wild. Said the lead detective slept near the tanks because he has girls and didn't want them to be alone. Wow, crazy.
This
I,
case touched a lot of
It only
people.
spits in my heart.
dude, it does. It really does.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
this is one that we have done that is legitimately got me jacked up. Like,
Yeah.
as far as just like, it's sickening,
I
man.
know there's been other cases where I get to the point where I'm like, I don't wanna talk about the victims. And this case, it wasn't to so much talk about what Chris did, but how quickly the case was solved because of one because
Yeah,
the police took her concerns seriously and noticed the husband was acting. This wouldn't have happened if Nicole didn't know her so well.
yeah,
He could have
yeah,
gotten away with it.
yeah. It which is wild too to think if he did, because what else would he have done, later on down the road?
Oh,
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
at some point, the bones would have been found in the crude oil,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
it would have been too late.
yeah, because
yeah, you
trying to
have
get
no
DNA and all
problem.
that. But
I think at the end of the day, I think all things considered, I think what really kind of watching Jackie research this thing over the last several days and talking about it over the last couple, the fact that somebody is capable of something like this, and the fact that with them being his own children, to trust somebody implicitly and to have the ramifications of your tie to them or your belief that they're not going to harm you go up in smoke
yeah,
in such a manner is just it speaks volumes about the world and what people are capable of, and
capable of.
it's just makes you sick.
What I wanna know, like, what if he had changed his mind about killing Cece and Bella? He had an hour.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mentioned earlier because I'm like, man, you had a long time uh,
With your 2 girls in the back of the truck.
to consider not doing that.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
it also said that Chris, after he did that, was looking up a song by Metallica, I believe it was called Battle, 'cause
uh,
Nicole liked that song.
Battery?
Battery,
Battery, yeah.
Battery. Um, he was looking up to the lyrics for it, and some of the lyrics were, "You can't kill the family, can't keep this down," things like that. Because Nicole liked that song.
The lyrics for Battery. Yeah. Mm.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah,
So fucked up.
lunacy has found me, cannot stop the battery.
Mhm.
Pounding out aggression turns into obsession, cannot kill the battery, cannot kill the family.
Those were the lyrics that he had pulled up on his phone after he had dumped Cece and Bella.
I I mean, I
There was messages, text messages, and location trackers of some of his coworkers. One of them named Troy, that was a friend who had gone out there to check that site when they were reported missing because he wanted to see if there was anything out of the ordinary. There was another guy out there who's interesting enough, name was Chris,
Hmm.
who was out there to clean out the water tanks that separate the water from the crude oil. And when Troy was asked why he was out there, he said he lost a wrench, but he was trying to see if there was anything different that he would notice. So somebody had a feeling that there was something out there but didn't see it yet.
Yeah.
All of these people had a feeling.
Yeah. Thank God for these people that had gut feelings and, Nicole
and wouldn't
and
just leave it alone.
the neighbor and that kind of stuff. I mean, thank God for that
Yeah.
because, like you said, he could have got away with it, and who the hell knows what else he could have ended up going on with
The other
um
Nicole.
other Nicole and had kids and
I just have to praise how fast everything got done.
oh yeah, it did get done pretty quick, and he ended up confessing after like day 4 of them missing, so it
Yeah,
was
wasn't
relatively
Yeah, day 2. It was day 3, the
day
15th.
3, yeah.
He confessed that he killed Shanann and she killed the girl. And then after he got his plea deal, he told the truth that he did it all.
Yeah, of course, he
He
gets his
did
plea deal and
later on, like, he did an interview, and he said the reason he thinks he killed Shanann, uh, and the kids was due to pent-up anger from her driving a wedge with his family, which were feelings that he had had since they got married.
he says the reason I think I killed her.
If you had those feelings since you got married, you shouldn't have gotten married.
Yeah, exactly. It
The
it's that easy.
the thing that really pissed me off is the kids. Shanann, with her lupus, had a very low chance of getting pregnant. These children were miracles. To have 3 of them with her lupus diagnosis
Yeah,
was incredible, and he took them away.
yeah.
I don't understand.
I hope he sits and he thinks about this every minute of every day, man, while he's sitting there and just stews on it. I really do, you know? Eat him alive inside. Screw him. Eat him
I
alive.
I think there was an article out there where they had interviewed him after he had been in prison for a little bit, and he said that he saw his daughters in dreams, and they were running around dancing and singing. I hope he is not seeing his daughters in dreams, because if you are, you're a fucked up human because you know what you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope he if he does,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I hope he
right?
cries every night.
He's just trying to throw out some sappy story so he can get more,
yeah.
And it's
letters from, women that are writing him that believe which that's a whole other topic by itself.
I
How do
just wanna
you
say, if any of our fans are any of those women, I want you to message our social media and tell me why.
No.
I wanna know your
No.
reason why. I'm not
No,
gonna
you don't.
argue with you, but I wanna know.
I don't. No,
I don't care to know.
I don't want your letters. We don't care to know.
Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, if you do listen to the show and you are writing him, I will personally tell you myself to stop listening to my show. Dead
Yeah.
serious, stop listening to
Please
my
don't actually
show.
message us. We know some of the reasons, but we
Yeah.
all have our opinions, and we don't think it's right.
This yeah, this is, this was I remember when it was a lot of it was coming out and stuff, and it's just it's wild, I mean, the fact that people kill to begin with, we've talked about this a bunch, but the fact that people do what they do, serial killers, murders, that kind of stuff is sickening and messed up to begin with. But when you involve children, man, you're going to a whole other extreme, of being sick in the head. And the fact that you did that
And that's why it is not even digested well in prison among other inmates, 'cause
No.
even though criminals
No.
are criminals, they'll still have morals to a degree. You gotta yeah,
Yeah.
you
They hate anybody that does anything to kids. Anybody. And COs and stuff know that. That's why they don't put them in Gen Pop, 'cause they know that. They know this guy's gonna get, you know?
Yeah, 'cause the CEOs are probably just gonna turn a blind eye anyway,
Mm.
already.
Oh, yeah, you know they will.
'Cause they have kids.
I would if I was you know, I'm sorry, but I mean, you know, but yeah, just the fact that, you know, 'cause we talk about did he have a conscience, did he not, blah, blah, blah. This guy didn't. This guy had no fucks to give,
And it's
dude.
not even a case
None.
of nature versus nurture because they both had very loving
Yeah. Yeah.
both
Yeah, I
very
mean,
loving parents.
we don't know, like, crazy childhood background like we do with a lot of these cases that we cover, but yeah, this is by far, um crazy. Sorry we, came into season 2 in 2026 with kind
With
of
a
a with a
heartbreaker.
heartbreaker here, but,
Yeah.
But
you know,
it's
it
our new season, and we're gonna do bigger and better than ever, so that means
I don't
some of
consider
these
this better, but
I mean,
no, I know what you're saying, but I'm
it
just
means that our
being
cases are gonna be a little bit more heartbreaking and out.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll take a break from the kid shit for a minute.
Well, we can't. Next week's Casey.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Oh.
yeah, next week, yeah, I was gonna be hitting that here in a minute. So, next week, we're gonna be covering, John Wayne Gacy, and that's a whole other situation, but I guess at least that guy's dead. Um, but yeah, David had messaged me here, actually some pretty good, um Chris Watts' location is not correct. Oh, he's been moved to Dodge Correctional Facility, a maximum security
Mhm.
facility. So, thank you, David, for that information. The distribution of garbage cans and biohazard dumpsters. I don't know. Uh,
That was creative.
that's what
That was
we're
good, that was good.
that's what we're going with right now, David. Uh,
Yeah.
Biohazard dumpsters. That's right, David. I'll take another cupcake next time you come into town.
Those are
But
good.
Thank you.
those were really good. Yeah, please and thank you. Yeah, gotta have my P's and Q's here. I'm sorry. So
Great
yeah,
70-degree weather.
70-degree weather,
Motorcycle.
so I can fire my motorcycle up out in the garage. That'd be great.
Yes.
Well, actually, so I can take it out of the garage would be great and let it hit my driveway again. That'd be sweet. But yeah, so next week is gonna be John Wayne Gacy, and that'll be Saturday, 8 PM Eastern Standard Time. You can follow us on, social media platforms at Murder Show, 66 on TikTok and on Facebook as well. You can also email us, murdershow66 at gmail.com. We've gained a lot of followers and all that during the time off. We do appreciate it. Once again, too, we gained our new sponsor, Dub Energy. So check them out. They have a lot of good products. It's not your typical energy drink. It's an energy powder. It comes in a tub, and then you mix it in with, water or milk, depending on whichever one you get. And all of our fans, when you go to their site, any of the stuff you buy, if you use promo code MurderShow66, you'll get 10% off of your purchase. We'll let you know how that works when we get that in. Other than that, I think we're about an hour and 5 in, so I think we're going to end up cutting it there.
And
But we do.
anybody out there, if you have a kid, regardless of whether you're pissed at them or not, go hug them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go hug your kid after this.
We're
Seriously.
definitely all gonna go hug her.
Seriously. This is, you know, tragic case. But we appreciate everybody being here, listening, and supporting the show. We couldn't do all this without you guys, so we do appreciate it. We're at 53 subscribers right now on the YouTube channel,
150 on TikTok
150 on TikTok, and
and 105 on Facebook.
105 on Facebook. So thank you guys for all the love and support that you do show us. And other than that, I think we're going to head on out of here, and we will see you guys next Saturday, 8 PM Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to send it over to Jackie to let her do her thing.
Same crime time, same crime place.
Good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.